Well, it's time now for our weekly check-in with Hamilton Mayor Fred Eisenberger, and it's an important week as the mayors of the Greater Toronto Hamilton area got together, and let's check in with the mayor via Skype. We appreciate these weekly check-ins. It was the GTHA Mayors and Chairs Committee. I'm sure COVID topped the agenda. Good morning.
Well, that's the reason we're meeting with the Greater Toronto Hamilton mayors is to stay on top of the COVID issue and to continue to work with our federal and provincial governments on the current escalating case counts and the challenges that we all face in terms of managing this. So we're committed to, as Greater Toronto Hamilton mayors, to keeping the schools open and protecting our long-term care facilities and, reducing the spread of this virus in our community. And that, in the face of Thanksgiving, presents a particularly unique challenge. So I'm sad to say that the recommendation is going to be that people ought to maintain their own household, but not bring in guests for Thanksgiving, and that is a tough pill to swallow for me, and I'm sure a lot of people. But it's something that's necessary at this point in time to avoid the spread of this virus.
It's pretty strict, the Toronto public health guidance. You'd like to see the exact same in Hamilton? Yeah,
that's going to be the recommendation from our public health. Our public health medical officer of health, she's making the same recommendation for Hamilton. In many respects, we don't have the same much higher caseloads than Ottawa or Toronto or Peel, but there is concern that it is on the rise here as well, and this will be a preventative measure to ensure that we can flatten the curve once again and prevent the the overtopping of our healthcare system and prevent harm to our citizens. So it's something that we should take very seriously at this point.
And one thing we should take seriously is wearing masks in public indoor spaces, for sure. We actually have a viewer question because they're seeing in their apartment building, where do they go, who do they contact if they see people in their building, not like whether it be lobbies or elevators, not wearing masks? Because this person says it's approximately 20% of people, only 20% of people wearing masks in that particular building.
There is a requirement that people in the public spaces of apartment buildings are required to wear masks. So if there's evidence that they're not doing it, they can call our bylaw office and then they will follow up with the superintendent and other residents in the building to ensure that they maintain the masking in these public spaces. Masking is now required everywhere. And it is a safety measure, not only to prevent the spread of COVID, but also helpful during our flu season. And we're now seeing the convergence of this COVID virus and flu at the same time, and that is one of the concerns that we all have. Is that is really going to put a strain on our healthcare system, and that could very likely cause some challenges that we may not be able to avoid. So we can only avoid that if people continue to wash their hands, continue to wear the masks as much as possible, maintain that social distancing. And I know that even though there's a limit of 10 people gathering indoors by the province and 25 outdoors, it is predicated on the notion that people still maintain that 2-meter physical distancing and that they're wearing masks. So this is not a wide open, get your family together and don't worry about the physical distancing. This is really a requirement to avoid the spread of this virus.
Absolutely, as this second wave we've been warned about is certainly here. In other news, a development last night, MPP Donna Skelly says the province will not be backing a Hamilton bid for the 2026 Commonwealth Games because there's a conflict with the World Cup that year. Your reaction?
Well, that's news to me. I had a conversation with the Premier about a week ago, and he indicated general support for the games for Hamilton. Wanted to get more information, and we're in the process of providing that. And the Minister MacLeod, who the Commonwealth 100 met with about a week ago as well, indicated that they were prepared to write a letter of support in principle to keep the process going, and that they just wanted to gather more information to make a final determination. So this is news to me. I don't know that Donna Skelly is speaking on behalf of the government. We are reaching out to the Premier's office and others to get clarity on this. And as we know, we're meeting with Hamilton City Council tomorrow. So I hope to be able to provide a better better level of clarity, than the confusion that we're hearing right now.
Okay, we will watch for developments there. Thank you again. Good to speak with you, Hamilton Mayor Fred Eisenberger. And we,
Always a
again,
pleasure.
thank you for your weekly check-ins with us.
Thank you.